Of unknown origin is a completely different species of animal. I would not classify it as a horror film. It's a psychological thriller, focusing on the obsession and mental instability of a man whose life becomes consumed by something he cannot easily handle.
In my bed, you mother! In my bed! You want a war? Give me a war! And don't tell me I didn't hit you! I hit you! I did.
The film stars Peter Weller, who would later go on to be RoboCop, yeah, as a Wall Street executive who's worked hard his entire life. He's a family man who is proud of his domain, his castle, that he's worked hard to get. And suddenly, one day, he gets the huge opportunity he's been waiting for, a career-changing project that needs to be done in 2 weeks. Okay, no problem. With the wife and son away for 2 weeks, I can get this done, no worry. But then he discovers he's got a little rat problem. The film's a great example of how a character's emotional and mental state gradually changes in a slow, subtle way. It starts from laying simple mouse traps, to huge rat traps, to poisons, and everything he tries to do, the rat seems to outsmart him. And he begins spending all his free time, and eventually even his work time, researching rats. There's a dinner scene with some business people where you can tell his mind is wandering. Somebody asks him about his job, but then he just goes on about rats.
In the 14th century, the rat carried the bubonic plague flea that killed 1 out of every 3 people from India to Iceland. Over 1/3 the entire population of the civilized world destroyed by rats. Not bombs, not guns, but rats. They could fall 5 stories down to the ground, run off unharmed. And 2 rats, mind you, 2. Just 2 give you 20 million rats in less than 3 years. And they say now there's as many rats on this planet now as people.
It's so unnerving, and the lighting, architecture, and stuffiness of the room really adds to the discomfort. Even though you're not there at the dinner table, you share the discomfort with the other patrons as if you were. Then the rat eventually starts attacking him. He sleeps with his feet up and then in a hammock. Oh man, a rat lurking around in your house, I'm sorry, but I don't want that thing crawling around, ripping my face off while I'm sleeping. I'd probably be doing the same thing. Eventually, his obsession just takes over completely. Nothing matters to him. His job, his house, or castle, if you want to call it, that he's worked so hard for, he doesn't give a flying flip. You've witnessed how Sellers has become so tormented over this rat that you root for him to just get rid of that annoying rat. Come on! I'm not even there and I want to smash that rat's face in! Also, the film is visually appealing, which helps connect you with Sellers and his obsession. Look at how these doors open as he's walking. My goodness, how long did the choreography take for that? No 2 shots look the same. The director has the camera in every angle possible. It makes the scenes more symbolic and thematic, even if that wasn't the intention. This one is my favorite. It's one long panning shot from Sellers sitting on his son's bed, going through the house. Oh my goodness, this is so long. And then he's sleeping in his own bed. It's one shot. How'd they do that? And it's kind of weird. Did time pass or was it a dream? It's so awesome. And I can't leave you without talking about the rat itself. The film goes for a Jaws approach, not really showing the animal, but being aware of its presence. And just when the film has you in a lull, it scares the crap out of you! Almost literally, it comes from the toilet! That's awesome. The camera work and close-ups of the thing give it a disgusting, slimy feel to it. Yuck. And when Sellers discovers it's a mama rat has a few words for him. Gosh, that noise! Oh, that's a cry that would wipe the smile off from even the happiest of people. Oh, it's so terrifying. Oh, make it stop! Oh. Of Unknown Origin is an overlooked minor classic. It's not a perfect film, doesn't have anything that really sells it like Jaws or Jurassic Park, nor does it possess the power or influence like The Birds or The Fly. But it's definitely a film worth discussing in a film class, and a nice way to rat out with this Killer Rat Week.